Okay, there we go. Looks like everything is working accordingly. Hey there, Hair Doctor and Population Growth. Welcome to the live stream for Monster vs. Monster, a D&D CR Exposed live stream. And a fun one at that. I am highly enjoying this, and I do believe everyone else is agreeing, because for a non-shorts, these are getting the most views on my channel, which is fantastic. Okay, let's get the business out of the way. The map you are looking at here is by Ches and Peku? I really don't know. Clawpaw! Hey, how's it going, buddy? The battle map is for, you know, the Elder Brain, and I thought this was quite the appropriate battle map. Clorox, hey, how's it going, buddy? Good to see everyone here. This is fantastic. Yes, so the battle map is by Ches and Peku. That's how I like to pronounce their name. I need them to verify otherwise. And this one is the standard version of their Elder Brain setup. So we have the Elder Brain, and of course, as everyone saw from the thumbnail, we have Mind Flayers versus Githyanki. And just for the setup, Flame Loud. Hello, buddy. Thanks for joining again. And there's my cousin. Mike, how's it going, bud? So we have a whole bunch of illithids going on here on the Ches and Peku battle map. Again, the battle map, or the VTT here is Foundry VTT. Tokens are just by D&D as always, because unfortunately, where I get my custom tokens, they aren't available for Mind Flayers and Githyanki, unfortunately. So we have a Elder Brain here that, for the for the setup here, hasn't quite activated yet or awakened. So maybe the Mind Flayers were attempting to waken the Elder Brain from the Githyanki assault, and we have some Githyanki down here coming to stop the Mind Flayers from their attacks. Min-Max Optimize, hello! Thanks for joining. Team Illithid, huh? So let's see what happens. We have a CR draft here of 21 with 3 CR7 Mind Flayers. So we have easily 21 there. And then we have a CR10 Githyanki Gish. This is the Monsters of the Multiverse version, so this one's going to be a little updated in what they can do. Then we have a Githyanki Knight here by the name of Vaughn. The Gish is Ziru. And then we have a Githyanki Warrior, Kisoth. So, before we get into this battle here, I'd like to throw out the poll to see what everyone thinks will win. So, since the Mind Flayers are defending, will the Mind Flayers win this monster? Let's see here. Monster versus monster battle. And you guys tell me what you think before we get into this battle here. Alright, and with that, I think that's pretty much all the business I have for this. So let's go ahead and start this encounter and see what happens with our Mind Flayers and Githyanki. Alright, gonna go ahead and add the Mind Flayers in. And they're going to go into the battle. Okay, Hair Doctor. As to the question, the build I described could be activated at level 5 with 17 minimum in strength and at least 14 con. We also gave our characters 1 uncommon magic item, so Eldritch Claw Tattoo was useful. Nice, that's very cool. Alright, and then our Githyanki down here are going to be added in as well. And that gives us an even 3 versus 3 battle here. As I didn't mention with the Githyanki, the Gish is a CR10, the Knight is a CR8 for a total of 18, and then the Warrior is a CR3 for a total of 21 on both sides. I don't think the Warrior's going to make it very long. That's my idea so far. So far it looks like we have a 57% chance in favor of the Illithids winning this and defeating the Githyanki. We'll see what happens as we start combat. Let's go ahead and roll the initiative and see what happens. Oh, an 8th person could make this pool a deadlock. Yeah, that's true. Very true. If we get someone else in here voting, that'd be fun. All right, for the initiative. We have a whole bunch of D20s getting rolled out, and it looks like our Warrior is going first. I was afraid that might happen. Okay, beginning combat with round 1. We have Kisoth at the top, followed by Gasisk, the Mind Flayer, Ziru the Gish, Drell the other Mind Flayer, Albax the final Mind Flayer, and Vaughn the Knight. So, good setup for Zero here, who could potentially do some major damage. We'll see what happens. All right, so first off, Kisoth. Let's see where we're going here. Kisoth is going to, well, let's take a look at the character stats. We have multi-attack, innate spellcasting, and a greatsword. And the spellbook, they have Misty Step, Mage Hand, non-detection. So if we have 3 steps, or 3 uses of Misty Step, we can use as a bonus action to possibly get up there if we need to. 30 foot of movement. So with this setup here, let's see what we're going to be able to get to. 30 feet here. So if we want to get in there and start wrecking some havoc, probably the best thing Kisoth is going to do is use their ability to phase step. Alright, so let's see here. Flame Loud, yes, this is Foundry if you're asking me. So Kisoth here is going to go ahead and use their Misty Step ability to jump so many feet. I believe it's 30 feet, right? So we're going to go ahead and use these 1 of 3 uses per day. And go ahead and move up there. Alright, so do I have... Oh, cool. Alright, so that gave the total it can move. For the bonus action, it has teleported up. And then we are going to... Ooh, that was not the idea there. Why did I just draw that? I don't know what is going on here. Okay. And then it's going to move up an additional 30 feet to the side and start attacking Albax. The Kisoth is a young Githyanki warrior and out to prove himself. So we have, let's see here, multi-attack. And he can multi-attack for 2 greatsword attacks. So he's going to do such. And let's see what he does for the first attack. Ooh, only a 2. Ah, shoot, it's still rolling damage. Okay, no damage there. Misses with a 6, but goes in for a second greatsword attack. We have a base 10, total 14, and again, misses the Mind Flayer. Oh, okay, Flame Lord, Loud. First time seeing it. Yeah, I love this for 5e. It's so good, especially since I was able to draw in all the barriers in the walls, so we have shadows and whatnot here for line of sight, which is fantastic. Okay, so first attacks here by Kisoth was not the greatest. Didn't really do that well, and didn't get any attacks in, so this could be bad for Kisoth. Next up is Gasik, and Gasik is right here in the middle, and he is going to, let's see here. He's probably going to move forward. His full movement complement of 30 feet. And he's going to attempt to that whole mind rack ability. Womp womp, exactly, Mike. So let's see here. We have the, where is it? Tentacles, extract brain, spells, feature, mind blast. Here we go. That's what I was looking for, the mind blast. And we're going to go ahead and attempt to use this. Hitting the Gish and the Knight. Let's see what happens here. Okay, Vaughn fails with an 8, Zero succeeds with a 27. So that means Vaughn is stunned for 1 minute. The creature can repeat the saving throws at the end of its turns, ending the effects on itself on a success. Oof. Fabriciop 23. Thank you for joining on, and it's good to see you. So we have a fail here, so Vaughn is stunned. So let's go ahead and throw that on him. So first off, let me get rid of targeting. There we go. And then we need the stunned effect. Okay, Vaughn is stunned and took a bit of damage. Meanwhile, Zero was able to succeed and took only half that, or less. I like that that Mind Blast effect. That is really cool looking. Okay, so that is it for Gasik's turn. Pretty successful turn there. All right, and, oh, I was on the wrong item. There we go. Okay, clearing out the targeting. Gasik is done. Next up, we have Zero, who is going to, let's see here. How is Zero's looking? She might be able to hit with a good fireball here. So she's going to move up 30 feet, and let's see what we can do with a fireball template, because it's 20-foot radius, I believe. All right, let's see here. Fireball. And I think technically, I mean, if we place it there, she could hit everyone with the fireball. It's a little off the grid. I mean, technically it's in the middle of the grids. If I were to go in the middle of each grid, we are looking at only 2, which is still okay. But I'm not going to play on corners here. So let's see here. Can I? Oh no, that is in the middle. Okay, perfect. She can actually hit and just avoid Kisoth, it looks like. And fireball away! Okay, it looks like we have 1 success, 1 fail, and 2 successes. So, 2 of our Mind Flayers take half damage, the other 2, the one takes full damage. And that was a total of 35 damage from the fireball. As we can see here that our Mind Flayers already took a bit of damage. Okay, so let's clear out targeting there, and we will clear out the fireball damage. And that is the end for Zeru's turn. Zeru could potentially take a bonus action too. Let's see here. Since Illithid and Gith play a big role in the next Baldur's Gate, what is your opinion on it? What do you want to see in it? Oh, I don't know. I've been playing... Are you talking about the new one that's still, like, technically out? I've been playing it a little bit, but I kind of lost touch with it because I was playing a ranger and having fun with it, but I got other things going on. I like it, and I'm looking forward to playing it some more, trying out some of the other classes for sure. Well, considering Gasik is just here, she's probably going to... No, she's going to save her face step so she can use that in case she's in trouble. Because she has that feature to astral step for a bonus action. There we go. Okay. So clearing out those, we'll move on to the next person. And we have Drell. Drell, who is already bloodied, and because they're here to awaken the Elder Brain, Elder Brain is going to stick it out and actually defend until the end, and it's going to go right for death here. Both sides lost to a war of attrition. All right, so let's see here. No good uses for the for that. So let's see here, 30 feet. 30 feet. All right, seeing that Albax is right here to go on Kisoth, Drell is going to move up and go after Zeru here and attempt to grasp her in the tentacle bindings. All right, so just to be confirm here what they can do for features. No multi-attack. Okay, so it's just a straight up tentacle attack that he's going to use. Okay, so target Zeru. And I want a playable kobold race just for the lulz. Doesn't have to be that good. Exactly, that would be a lot of fun. Okay, tentacle attack on Zeru. Let's see if the Drell can do anything. Goes for the grapple, and unfortunately misses Zeru. Zeru ducks out of the way with full cognition here, and is able to avoid the 16 potential damage from the tentacle attack. Okay, up next is Albax. Albax is dealing with the this young Githyanki warrior here, and goes in for a tentacle grasp as well. And just double checking. Extract Brain Mind Blast. What do we got for spellcasting? Just some plane shift. Oh, and a dominate monster. That could be fun. Let's give the dominate monster a shot. He's kind of young. Might be able to, well, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna see if we can turn the tides here and dominate Kisoth. All right, so targeting with Kisoth, going to use this once per day use, and Kisoth succeeds with a 23. Sadly, it didn't roll anything, but the dominate doesn't work. It was a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. Kisoth rolled a 23, saving against the tentacles cheeks. Nice. Saves against being dominated by the Mind Flayer. And considering he doesn't need to move or anything for the time being and didn't get hit by Kisoth, we're going to end the attack there. He's not moving. Okay. Last up is Vaughn, and Vaughn is stunned, unfortunately. So we are currently at a 3-2 battle at the moment. So Vaughn can't do anything and is going to attempt a Wisdom save to break the stun. And just to verify this, I gotta make sure the Mind Blast here. DC 15 Intelligence save. Okay, so we need 15 to break the stun. And let's see here. Saves Intelligence. 17 base for a total of 22. Vaughn breaks the stun and is out of it. That is excellent news for Vaughn. Okay, let us get rid of the stun condition, which is going to be faster up here. There we go. Vaughn is now available for next round. And that ends round 1 of combat. No one dead yet, but we do have a massive amount of damage here on the Mind Flayer side from the Githyanki themselves. All right, back to round 2 with Kisoth at the top here. We have, let's see here, 2 uses left of his Misty Step, so he still has that. He's going to attempt to Greatsword attack Albax once again. See if he can land a couple attacks here. Greatsword attack number 1. And that is a total of 19 to hit Albax, dealing 11 points of damage from the Greatsword. Second attack is going to be another Greatsword. And misses with a total of 8, which could have been 16 more points of damage. But Kisoth is a little, what do we say there? A little energized by the fact that he got hit once. All right. And that is the end of round 2 for Kisoth. Moving on, we have Gasik next. And Gasik is going to, let's see here. Well, he had someone stunned for a moment, but couldn't get to it. And used the, let's see here, can he recharge? So he has to see about recharging first. And that is in his features. Mind Blast. Let me double check something here. Can they just continuously do that? I thought that was a, oh yeah, recharges on a 5 to 6. Okay. So let's see what happens here. Get that off of that. Spells and features. Mind Blast. Hold up. Just gotta double check this. Mind Blast should have been used. Recharges on a 5. Right. Okay, so it should be recharging itself. Okay. And it recharges the Mind Blast. So, Gasik is going to move in such a way that he can Mind Blast the 2 again. And let's see what happens here. There we go. Another Mind Blast on Ziru and Vaughn. And we have 2 failures. Looks like Ziru and Vaughn both get stunned by the Mind Blast. Good news for the Mind Flayers. If anyone is rooting for the Mind Flayers, bad news for the Githyanki here. Alright, so allow me to apply the stunned condition. There we go. Both Vaughn and Ziru are now stunned. Not good news for them. We'll get rid of the template here. And we move on to Ziru, who is stunned. Okay, let's see if she can break the stun. Unfortunately, wasting her turn. Okay, there we go. Get some clicks out of the way. I don't need that. Saves. Intelligence save. We need a DC 15. Oh, and she breaks the stun. She's no longer stunned, which is excellent news. So we can go ahead and get rid of that. And just for the sake, because I know these stuns are probably going to be happening a little more often, give me 2 seconds here. Stunned. Drag that down into there. There we go. Now I can call that up a little more often. Yeah, exactly, Min-Max. We're going to have some brain extracts, possibly. I was expecting that from Kisoth, but who knows? Yeah, exactly. Where's the fun in that, Hair Doctor? Let's see here. So, Ziru ends their turn breaking the stun, and that's it for her, unfortunately. Next up, we have Drell, who is going to take the attack of opportunity and move to Vaughn to try and extract brain. So actually, let's put that here. Ziru is going to make an attack of opportunity. And let's see here. We're on Drell. Good. Longsword attack. Or possibly kinetic bolt? Or is that ranged attack only? Range attack spell. So, longsword it is. Okay. Goes in for a longsword attack for a reaction. And it looks like that's a hit. Ooh, man, that is a lot of damage. Oh, man. Well, let's see if it does anything here. Oh, was it worth the opportunity attack as Drell goes in to try and extract the brain of Vaughn, who hasn't been able to do anything yet? Yikes. Okay, so we are targeting Vaughn, who is stunned and needed, well, Drell needed that in order to do the extract brain. And we shall see what happens here. Extract brain, go! And that is a 1 or a 7. Misses Vaughn and could have done 39 points of damage. How did that work? Maybe the racking of Ziru's reaction opportunity attack just totally threw Drell off and was unable to get him in the right footings to grab it, and he himself is partially stunned, probably from that longsword attack. Who knows? But Drell misses the extract brain attack, and we move on to Albax. Albax is... Where's Albax hiding? Once we clear out these attacks, Albax is up here. And Albax is going to attack Kisoth once again. Let's see here. We tried to dominate. Let's go with a... Well, we're going to go for the tentacle attack once more and see how that works out for him. Total of 9 base and a miss with a 16. Ooh, goodness. AC 17. Wow. So Albax goes in for the attack to try and grapple with the tentacles, but is unable to do anything, sadly. And that is Albax's turn, avoiding an opportunity attack such as Drell took. Now we have Vaughn once again, who is still dazed and confused from the stunning of these mind flayers, and has to, you know, make an intelligence save. DC 15. And Vaughn rolls a 7 and is still stunned. Not so good for Vaughn, the Githyanki Knight. It requires grapple or a stunned opponent, min-max. Let's see here. Incapacitated, and stunning does in fact incapacitate. So that's how we are able to use the extract brain. It's a bit of a setup to do it, but once it's there, generally speaking, it should land. All right, so that's the end of round 3, as Vaughn is unable to shake off the stun this second time here. Back to the top of round 3 now. If I said 3 at the end, I am completely thrown off here. Yep. Okay. So, again, once again, we have Kisoth going up against Albax in a 1-to-1 here with the Greatsword attack. And let's see what Kisoth can do if he can prove himself. Oof, not with a natural 1, completely missing that. It's a good thing we don't play by Pathfinder rules and having to verify the miss. It is just a miss in my book right now. Normally I had also tables and whatnot for misses, but I kind of got bored of that. So moving on, second attack. And this is also a 3, which misses Albax once again. Poor Kisoth is unable to really pull off any kind of attacks and is starting to sweat as they are barely holding off Albax's assaults. Moving up next in line, we have Gasik, who is going to... Let's see here. What can we do? Well, Gasik can also potentially dominate monster, so let's see if he can dominate Ziru. Alright, spells and abilities. Let's give this dominate a spell a shot and see what happens. Probably won't work, but hey, they're desperate at this moment. And Ziru succeeds with a 17, needing a DC 15 wisdom save. Ziru sheds off the dominate monster effects and is not dominated by Gasik. Gasik is actually going to move back 30 feet to get away as much as possible, and actually, let's see here. He's going to move in such a way that prevents any more AoE attacks by Ziru, the Gish. All right, up next is Ziru, and Ziru is going to, let's see here, is actually going to probably help Drell out and protect him. So we're going to do, let's see here, she can do, how many telekinetic bolts was it? 2 telekinetic bolts, or makes one of those attacks and uses the spell casting. So I forgot about her ability to do the extra attack at the beginning of the round, so that's my fault. And we will avoid the fireball, because I think she can only get 2 total, and there's really nothing else that could be useful except for maybe telekinesis at this point. So she's going to attempt 2 of her bolt attacks. First one on Drell here. Yes, I am confused and hurt myself in the confusion. Happens too often. All right, first telekinetic bolt against Drell is a 3 and misses. Unfortunately, could have done 30 points of damage, and will go for a second bolt attack, trying to help Drell out. And that's a base 12, total 19, with 23 points of damage. And Drell is defeated. We have our first KO in round 3, with one of the Mind Flayers being defeated. And that will be updated in 2 seconds. We have 2 Mind Flayers left, and 3 Githyankis still going strong. Although Vaughn is our first of 3 that has been, wounded in battle here. Okay, moving on. Now that Zero's turn is done, she's going to take a few steps back as well and keep some distance here, since she can do some telekinetic bolts. And we'll move on to Drell, who is defeated, and then finally to Albax, who has been on this 1-in-1 battle here with Kisoth. He's going to once again attempt a tentacle attack on Kisoth. And that's a base 19 to hit, 26 total, and that is 11 points of damage. And that means, let's see here. So we have a fail. Not only is he grappled, but he's also stunned. All right, so I need the grappled condition. My Flayers have to win. They must. All right, so Kisoth is grappled. Oh, wait. I got too many actors going on here, I think. So let's see here. Just want to clear things out. Okay, there we go. Your controller, Githyanki word, does not have an active effect with name grappled. Right. Okay, so stun. I can't even stun him. What is going on? Okay, anyways. I need stunned condition. Where are you hiding? Stunned? I don't know why I can't stun him. I could stun Vaughn, though. Let me see something. Do I have other people selected? Alright, let's try this another way. Okay, there we go. Stunned there. I don't know why my macros aren't working. And grapple. There we go. Okay, so those should now be applied correctly. And Kisoth is in pretty bad place right now since he has been grappled and stunned. Ready for the extract brain on the next attack. Alright, let's see here. Clorox, I don't know. They lost in the uprising against the Gith. Gith, at least PCs, have psychic resistance. Yes, that is true. Alright, so let's see here. That is Albax's turn with a successful tentacle grasp on Kisoth. And we have Vaughn. Vaughn is still trying to shake off the effects of the stun condition. Let's see if he can do it this time. And actually maybe get an attack in. Alright, Vaughn. What do you got, Vaughn? A 14 base for a total of 19, which shakes off the stun condition finally. Alright. So let's get in here, remove the stun effect. And now maybe on round 4 he can finally do something. Yes, possibly Flame Loud. We'll see what happens here. This is going to be an interesting turn for round 4, which we are up to now. Okay, so the only thing Kisoth can do is try to break the stun. He is still grappled, and Albax is going to use that to his advantage for the next round. So, Kisoth makes an intelligence save to break the stun. Can he do it? Base 17, he does. He breaks the stun, but unfortunately is still grappled. Let's see here. So, we get rid of stunned, and because of the tentacles, the extract brain, we just need grappled. So that's going to be Albax's turn next. But first, we have Gisik, who is going to take their turn. And let's see here. What spells does Gisik have left that could be useful? Dominate is used. Detect thoughts, no good. We could levitate if need be. But I don't really see that being worthwhile here. So what are we going to do instead? We could try another Mind Blast, but I don't think that's going to work because of angles and whatnot. So it looks like he's just going to have to move up to someone and possibly make an attack. It looks like he can get right up to Vaughn, which is really funny. So I'm going to move Drell off to the side here and move Gisik up 30 feet and go in for the grapple attack on Vaughn. All right, targeting Vaughn. Gisik is going in for a tentacle grasp. Let's see what happens. Tentacle attack, go! Base 7 is probably not going to hit Vaughn, who avoids the attack and is not stunned once again, thankfully. Okay, so that's good news for Vaughn, and he is going to get a turn in finally. But first, we have Zero. What is Zero going to do? Zero is going to try and possibly help one of either of them. So what can she do? Anything good to possibly help here? Invisibility, Fireball, Telekinesis. That would be funny to turn Kisoth invisible. Oh, she could Telekinesis Kisoth away, because he is grappled. That could be a really good use. And they're grasping for attention's nice. Drell's corpse is glitching. Is it glitching on your screen? Yeah, I'm just moving him around to get him out of the way. I think Zero is going to take this action and telekinesis Kisoth out of the way to prevent him from being brain eaten. So let's do that. Kisoth is not going to need to actually, he's going to allow the telekinesis to happen, and she's going to push Kisoth away. So let's go into the spells here and just use up the one use of telekinesis here. All right, and details. So we will say 0 uses now. She telekinesis is Kisoth out of the way. And how far can we move that? Looks like roughly 30 feet. I believe. What's up, Clawpaw, with the no-no? Oh, it's just in combat, flying into the air. Let's see here. Creatures. You can try to move a huge or smaller creature. Make an ability check with your spellcasting ability contested by the creature's strength. They're not, so yeah, he's going to move Kisoth 30 feet away, which gets to move him 30 feet down over here. Doesn't really matter where he goes, but it just breaks the grapple, which is super handy. And protects Kisoth from getting brain eaten. Alright, that is Zero's turn. Very anticlimactic, possibly, or maybe not, I don't know. Anyways, we moved on to Drell, who has been defeated, and we now have Albax, who is screaming in frustration. But due to that frustration and the way it was moved, maybe that was bad part on Zero's turn. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. Albax is going to move in such a way that he is going to do a Mind Blast in frustration and maybe hit all 3 of them. Let's see what happens here. All right. Mind Blast. Where are you hiding here? Mind Blast. Go! Yes, we are using the ability. We will place the template. And we can hit all 3 in such a way here. All right, let's see what happens. Vaughn fails and is stunned once again. Zero succeeds and Kisoth succeeds. So Vaughn is once again stunned. Oh, jeez. This is really funny. Oh, no. Poor Vaughn. Oh, jeez. All right, stunned condition. Let me just target Vaughn, which is hilarious. This poor guy cannot get any attacks in at all. But that is a massive use of the Mind Blast feature here. Alright, get rid of the template there. And that is the end of Albax's turn as he attempts to Mind Blast, but really only stuns Vaughn, which is not great for Vaughn, who is going to, once again... Yeah, Vaughn num num. Exactly, Mike. Once again, is going to have to break the stun. This is ridiculous. See, this poor dude has been stunned every round of combat. Oh, man. Okay, so... let's go to Vaughn here, and Vaughn is going to once again roll intelligence save to break the stun. Base 8, rolls a 13 total, and is not stunned. Not good news. Gasik has the opportunity now on the next round. Let's see what happens here. Alright, so, top of the order here for round 5, we have Kisoth, who is going to rush over, since Vaughn is, although incapacitated, still standing, is going to go for flanking. And we are going to say, let's see here. Gasik is now flanked. Oops, wrong person flanked. There we go. Okay. Gasik is flanked. Deserved. And he's going to go in for 2 greatsword attacks to try and help Vaughn from being brain eaten or extracted. All right, Kisoth, greatsword attacks, go! First attack is a base 14, total of 18 to hit, and that is 21 points of damage, wounding Gasik, and goes in for a second greatsword attack. And another total 17 with 22 more points of damage, and Gasik is in critical place here as he is looking to almost be defeated. But they want to try and protect the Elder Brain from these Githyanki here. So they are going to die trying. Okay, up next, after Kisoth's turn, is Gasik, who is unfortunately now flanked, but is in a good place to potentially brain extract Vaughn. He's going to take the chance and maybe brain extract Vaughn here to balance the tides. Let's see what happens. As Gasik goes in for the extract brain attack. With advantage, he hits with a critical hit. Oh my god, people, look at that damage. 121 damage. Vaughn has been defeated, never getting a chance to act in battle once. Oh my lord. That was so 20 D10 damage, critically hitting Vaughn. That is absurd. Vaughn has been killed in battle. But, let's see here. If this damage reduces the target to 0 hit points, the Mind Flayer kills the target, extracting the brain. And that is it for Vaughn, who never once got a chance to act or do anything. And Gasik just extracts the brain as Vaughn makes virtually no noise in this current stupor of what was going on. Indeed, Nam, we have one brain extract that has happened, and now the battle has shifted to even odds here. We have 2 Githyanki versus 2 Mind Flayers. What's going to happen in the remaining of round 5, who knows, but I don't see this lasting too much longer for Gasik, as Zeru's turn is up next. Zeru seeing her friend Vaughn go down in battle and the brain being ripped and extracted from his body in a gruesome amount. Zeru screams out, "No!" and goes and targets Gasik with 2 arcane bolts. Or, not arcane bolts, but let's see here. Oops, get that target in. Very good. Zeru is going in for 2 telekinetic bolt attacks against Gasik. First attack in a blind rage misses with a 13. Second attack. Oh boy, that does hit with a 15. She just hits Gasik and knocks him out with 25 points of damage. Fatality indeed, min-max. Oof, on that poor Vaughn. Alright, so we are now down another Mind Flayer as Zeru screams out in agony at the loss of her companion. Maybe there was something more between the two of them. We don't know. And that is one more Mind Flayer down. We are down to the last Mind Flayer versus 2 Githyanki. Things are not looking so hot for the Mind Flayers. Who knows what will happen as we continue on with Albax. Okay, that is the end for Zeru. Zeru's going to shift in a way to avoid any more attacks with the Mind Blast. And is, let's see here, that she'll end her turn there. Up next is Albax, who is going to try and recharge the, let's see here. Where is it? The features, the Mind Blast. So, recharging Mind Blast does not recharge. Needed a 5 or 6 there. Oh, can she make 3 other attacks? I thought it was only 2. Oh, right. Okay. We will have to back up one quick second. Thank you. I totally missed that. I thought it was only 2. Okay. She has been completely nerfed this game because she has not been doing the full complement of damage. She should be. All right. So we will go in for one more telekinetic bolt as she attacks Albax. And that is a 15 to hit as well. 17 points of damage, and Albax is wounded as we continue on the attack. Albax's turn. Albax is going to, let's see here, going for the easier prey, the original prey, and goes in for the tentacle attack on Kisoth. All right, let's switch the attacks to Kisoth here, and go for that tentacle attack, since he is the younger of the two. Total 19 to hit. And Kisoth is wounded, as well as, let's see here, fails the intelligence save and is also, once again, grappled and stunned. All right, so Kisoth is grappled and stunned. Okay. So, I'm curious. It does make the movement 0. Good. That's good. That's good to see. I could have just checked that too. Awesome. All right, so Albax once again goes in for the tentacle attack, does hit Kisoth, and Kisoth is now in a very bad place. The new Gish is bonkers, that's for sure. All right, and that's the end of round 5. It looks like we are at the top of round 6 here. Kisoth, who is in a bad place, needs help from Zeru, who will probably end up doing it. Let's see what happens as she, as Kisoth tries to take and, break the stun attack that's he is now being faced with. All right, saving throws, intelligence save. Does he break the stun? He does, beating it with a 16. He is no longer stunned, but is still grappled, and that's all the Mind Flayer needs in order to extract that brain. All right, That is Kisoth's turn, and we now have Ziru. Ziru is going to pull out the longsword and rush in for the opportunity attack. Or not opportunity attack, I should say, the advantage of flanking. Albax is now flanked, even though he is only grappled, and goes in for 3 longsword attacks. Yeah, that's, it's just these Mind Flayers don't get healed from the brain extract, which is odd. I thought they would have. Alright, and Zero goes in for 3 longsword attacks. Longsword attack number 1, at advantage for flanking. We have a total of 14 to hit, which is a miss. Second attack with the longsword. Looks like that's a hit of a 15 for 32 points of damage, and Albax is slain at the middle of round 6, saving Kisoth, who, honestly, I thought was going to be defeated first. I didn't think Vaughn, the knight, was going to die. But poor Vaughn. F in chat for Vaughn, please, as he had no chance being stunned every round of combat. That is absurd. And we end combat as the Githyanki now turn their eyes towards the Elder Brain and decide what to do next as they face this insurmountable odd of the Mind Flayer's Elder Brain here that may not have activated yet. Will it activate? Who knows? But the Elder Brain is there next for their assault. Who knows what will happen? And that's where we are going to end this Monster vs. Monster game of Mind Flayers versus Githyanki. It looks like the Mind Flayers were unable to completely defend the Elder Brain, and the assaults of the Githyanki were successful here. Alright, let us end the poll here. Let's see who won. We had a 67% on the poll, and our 66% said the Mind Flayers would win this Monster vs. Monster battle. Unfortunately, you were incorrect. The Githyanki, with the help of the Gish, was able to defeat the three Mind Flayers. There was definitely a turn in tides here. We had, let's see. If we look at the idea of the Mind Blast, there was a lot of going on there with the Mind Blast. Those were really helpful. Definitely did some damage and work there. But the Githyanki, with the higher action economy, 3 from Zira, 2 from Kisoth, and Vaughn, who unfortunately never really got a chance to attack, had the advantage. Although with Vaughn constantly stunned, it was basically 5 attacks versus 3 overall against these 2 groups. Excellent to hear, Clorox, and they beat him once again. Oh, let me do something here. Move him on up. There we go. And the Githyanki once again are deciding what to do next with this Elder Brain. As we end this Monster vs. Monster battle of Mind Flayers and the Githyanki. Josh D, hey buddy, thanks for stopping by. I've got this running in the background at work over my headphones. Don't tell my boss. I won't tell him if you don't say anything. Curious to see if the Illithids get a multi-attack in their updated stats. There might be some updated ones. As far as I'm aware, the base Mind Flayers don't have like a Monsters of the Multiverse version. It's just Monster Manual. But anyways, thank you all for stopping by for this episode of Monster vs. Monster here. Going forward, we are now moving into July, and because I'm no longer on vacation days, I will probably be doing these at 6 o'clock p.m. still on Mondays. I think that's I'm gonna stick to that for the time being. So if you'd like to see more of these in the future, I'll be running them live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whatever that is for your time zones, hopefully you can make it. I know some of my viewers here are over in Europe. Some of them are here in the US. So whatever works, however you can make it, I would appreciate seeing you all here. It'd be fantastic to see. But remember, going forward, I'm going to move these to 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. I just don't think I'm going to be able to fit it in on Saturdays like I was hoping to. And everyone that joined, thank you so much. Hair Doctor, Flame Loud, Clawpaw, Josh, D, Clorox, my cousin Mike, let's see here, Minmax, Optimized. I don't remember if I said Clawpaw, yes. Let's see here, who else is in the chat? Flame Loud, if I didn't say you. And I thought there was someone else up here. Fabric, Siop23, thank you all for swinging by. You guys have been awesome. Population growth, you were here too. Thanks for watching this live stream of Monster vs. Monsters, a D&D CR Exposed live stream. You've all been awesome, as always, and this is me, Andrew, asking, are your encounters even rated? Have a good night, folks. Good afternoon, and I will see you all next time. Mr. Spazbomb, thank you also for joining.